Hey guys, welcome back to Fandom Sage Powers, where we discuss comics, heroes, villains, and the Dawn. We have reached Wolverine, issue number 2, and we're digging in right now. The vessel is off course. Please realign the heading or readjust the waypoint. As a precaution, the main engine will reduce to idle speed. The vessel is off course. Please realign the heading or readjust the waypoint. As a precaution, the main engine will reduce to idle speed. The vessel is off course. Please realign the heading or readjust the waypoint. As a precaution, the main engine will reduce to idle speed. What's going on? Hold up. What are you doing? What I'm supposed to. And what exactly are you supposed to be doing? Bobby, talk to me, man. That's our crop of petals you're throwing overboard. This is the last one. Somebody better explain to me what's happening, because I don't believe my eyes. Storm! Storm, help! I've been around long enough to know you can't trust the surface of things. A street drug known as pollen is rapidly gaining popularity around the world. Concocted from raw krakoan flowers, the purest form of the drug is only available through the Flower Cartel, a ruthless trafficking organization with a psionic enforcer called the Pale Girl. Wolverine and X-Force had been in pursuit in Alaska until Wolverine mysteriously killed his teammates and was found incoherent by CIA agent Jeff Bannister. A pretty smile can hide an ugly world. And a devil's face can belong to a big bleeding heart. A roadside shack can serve the best ribs you've ever shoved in your mouth. And a hillside mansion can be rotten to the studs with black mold. On the skeleton coast of Namibia, I saw the sea eating away the sand, revealing whale bones, the husks of old cargo ships and fishing boats, thousands of them. In Borneo, I was once lost deep in a limestone cave when I struck a match and the darkness retreated. And there I was, surrounded by rock art and human skulls and stalactites shaped like jellyfish. There's always something secret, waiting to come out of hiding. No. 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 Please, no. No. It's all right, Logan. You're dreaming. It was a dream. It was. And it wasn't. I got no idea how I ended up here in the repair shop with you, Healer. A CIA agent named Jeff Bannister dumped you off at one of the gates. He says you owe him a call and a beer. How long have I been here? Long enough that what's happened to you is happening to others. Bishop. The ship's log discloses that for 20 minutes, the Marauder vessel was adrift 200 miles off the coast of Chile. No one on board could account for the lapse in course, but all report feeling confused, exhausted, and even dizzy. A series of radiant blasts were noticed off the stern, and further investigation revealed that Lucas Bishop had gone overboard. By the time of his recovery, nearly 2 miles off the wake of the vessel, he was almost drowned and hypothermic. He has no memory of the event. A full recovery is expected. Inventory exposes the loss of a dozen crates of petals. Brain scans of each crew member reveal neural patterns indicative of transient ischemic attacks. A psionic threat is suspected, likely working on behalf of the Flower Cartel, responsible for the current pollen epidemic. Daddy? Daddy? Daddy, you better wake up. What? What's wrong? Tell me what's wrong, Pumpkin. I think you're supposed to answer this. She's called 4 times. Sorry, I was out for the count. Hit me. Bad news from the field, sir. As requested, I arranged a special task force on Pollen. 2 of our agents were in LA to investigate a series of gangland killings. Were? Past tense? One of them, Agent Fink, slashed his wrist with a shaving razor before jumping 5 stories to his death. Criminy. What about the other? The other, Agent Bell, appears to have cooked the skin off her face with an iron. She's still alive then? She say anything? Yes, she did. A pale girl. A pale girl. A pale girl. And so did Agent Fink. You need to get the mutants to help. What are you talking about, Pumpkin? I can hear you talk on the phone. I've got bone cancer, not ear cancer. You don't think your old man can handle this one on his own? Definitely not. And I know you hate them, but this is their fault. Their medicine is supposed to be helping us, not hurting us. Where's the help? Promise to make them help. Okay, I promise. My brain's never healed like my body. I can remember flashes of the past in perfect detail. A fist to the kidney in an alleyway. Johnny Cash playing on the juke in a dive bar. A kiss with enough heat in it to burn. But the last few days are like a mess of scrambled eggs left to smoke in the pan. Here's the only thing I know for sure. The true friends you earn are like an apology for all the life gives you for free. Scott. You know I didn't mean to hurt them, to hurt Jeannie. You know I'm gonna make things right. From farm to factory to pharmacy, the Hellfire Trading Company controls the shipping of all krakoan petals. This is necessarily inefficient. When the oversight is so complete, the losses are few. But beyond their product, there is another kind of loss that bears accounting. 50 million people worldwide have dementia, with nearly 10 million new diagnoses each year. There were 17 million new cases of cancer last year, and nearly 10 million deaths. The mutants are hopeful that within the next 5 years, a waitlist will no longer be necessary for all their medicines. But at present, the demand for antibody petals is greater than the capacity. I want you to shut down the Pollen Task Force. The entire investigation. Sir, I don't understand why we're meeting here instead of the office. And I don't understand why you would shut down. We're not shutting anything down. I just want them to think we are. By all accounts, this flower cartel not only knows where my agents are stationed, they also know the mutant shipping routes. Somebody's listening. We're watching right back, sir. We just pulled this off the hotel security feed. It appears to be the so-called Pale Girl. Delete it. No phone calls. No emails. No digital record. We're getting our shit done by shuffling pavement and pounding paper. Or, you know what I mean. I do, sir. So, what's next? I'm going to bring in the heavy artillery. I was going to ask if you needed a bottle opener, but I guess you got that covered. Not fussy about much, but I do love a good lawn. It's one of life's pleasures. One of the few things I can control. You say so. Now, let's say I got grubs, or got a mole, or I got creeping Charlie. Any of those things eats into my hard work, and if left unchecked, mucks up all my sweet Kentucky bluegrass. Do I negotiate with the mole? Do I relocate each grub? Do I rip out most of the creeping Charlie, but let a few tangles remain? No, because it's an impossible situation to win if you don't take proper action. There's only one answer. You kill it dead. Bingo. See this scar on my face? When I was younger, I got caught in the crossfire of some mutant showdown. Collateral damage in one of your endless fucking wars. And it's happening again, right now, with pollen. Widespread collateral damage. And it's the mutant's damn fault. I'm dealing with some collateral damage of my own, bub. Saw that for myself up north. Hell of a thing. And that's how I know that even though I don't want to work with you, and even though you don't want to work with me, we don't have a choice. We gotta figure this out and kill these fuckers. Killing happens to be a specialty of mine. Let's get to work. Dude, seriously. A cargo hold packed full of petals. An open sea so that no one can sneak up on us. A psionic dampener on the ship. Sure seemed like a good idea at the time. But this blows, man. I prefer tracking game to baiting traps. But I got no doubt. This is a hunt we can win. You could have at least let us bring along your pal, the one that can control the weather. This is on me. No more collateral damage. No more friends caught in the crossfire. Sir, can you come up to the bridge? I hear you, Logan, but nobody's going to dare attack us if we don't find calmer waters. And isn't teamwork the whole idea behind your little island? Sometimes a team's good in theory, bad in practice. Sir, I've got something you should take a look at. On the radar? Don't tell me we're being approached. No. The enemy has been with you all along. I know I can't trust the surface of things. Because I can't trust even myself. We've all done things we regret. We've all hurt people we love. Whatever the reason. Maybe you drank too much. Snorted too much. Smoked too much. But you went wild with rage or lust or hunger. Later, you might apologize by saying, I wasn't myself. But other people will say that when your defenses get stripped away, you're who you really are. You've revealed your true self as an animal. Okay, another great issue, Wolverine #2. So we get confirmation that the pale girl is, in fact, a mutant and not some spirit, but her actions seem very sadistic unnecessarily. I don't know if this is by design, maybe she's tried to scare people, but as Bannister's partner pointed out, the way that the two agents in LA killed themselves or tried to kill themselves were pretty brutal, like having somebody cut their wrist open and write a message in their own blood on the wall, then jump out a 5-story building and force one to burn her own face off. That's a bit extreme. We also noticed that when Bishop confronts the pale girl and shoots at her and her crew, one of the rounds kind of passes through her arm. It doesn't look like it really caused any damage. Also, this trap that Bannister and Wolverine set up, they have a psionic dampener on the ship. So either the range was not strong enough, or the power was insufficient, or she's not bound by whatever rules that other telepaths are. So I'm interested to find out what's up with her and her powers, or maybe she really isn't a mutant, and maybe it is some supernatural reason or a magical reason she is able to control people's minds. One detail that I actually missed that I had to jump back in and add this part, I was thinking that Agent Millie, Bannister's partner, was just being mind controlled, but as I was looking closer at the picture, it looks like she was the pale girl, or the pale girl was masquerading as Millie. I was confused by the imagery. I was just thinking that that was like a mental projection or something. But the more I looked at the picture, it looked like she was dropping an illusion or transforming into the pale girl. So I don't know if that means like she literally was the pale girl, or the pale girl was just pretending to be her when they went on this boat. I don't know if Millie's dead or whatnot, and she just, took her place. I really like the scene in the hatchery with Logan bringing flowers to Jean and the others, waiting for them to be resurrected, and Scott coming in and pretty much turning around immediately to leave. That was perfect and very, very heavy. So I know that Wolverine has a lot of guilt on him, but I'm sure Scott knows that he wasn't himself. But that brings me to that final quote Wolverine offers, that an apology saying that you weren't yourself during a time of rage or lust or hunger. Some may say that when everything's stripped away and your inhibitions are revealed, that's who you really are, and he feels like he's an animal. So another really interesting issue. If you like this episode, please give me that thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Go ahead, join the crew, and I'll catch you in the next issue.